Hello. So, hopefully by now you've kind of gotten a little bit of idea of what I'm doing and my goal and all this. And hopefully you've seen the interview with Elder Mann and Elder Enlow. So to kind of start off, to kind of kick this off, ooh, excuse me. Quite frankly, like I said, I'm just being real. I'm being myself in all this. What you see is basically more or less who I am. I have a lot of hobbies. I have a lot of interests. I love playing card games. I love collecting, just collectibles in general. Love working on computers. I love just trying to be active as much as I can, as my schedule allows, and my health as well. I also love to bake as well. I thought I liked cooking as well, but it seems like I more or less just kind of like baking more so than just actual cooking. So, more or less, I just like to try different things. I love to experience different things, see what's new, see what I like and don't like. And so that's just a little bit about me. And kind of what I want to share a little bit right now is what exactly do I believe in? So as I've mentioned before, I believe in Jesus Christ. And I believe he is the Son of God. And I do believe in the Bible, but I also believe in the Book of Mormon. I do believe that God himself has given both of these books as scriptures for us to be able to find and have hope. Because honestly, with today, there's just doesn't seem like there's a lot of hope out there. Like, you're constantly hearing about this war or that war, or this person messing up, that person messing this up, or whatever it may be. Just not to point any fingers or whatever. You're just constantly hearing almost negative barrage of stuff on the internet, on the news, social media, wherever you go for these different updates about the world. I personally just tried to avoid a lot of this negative stuff, but it still creeps onto my Facebook. It still creeps into when I see TikTok and whatever. Just wherever I go, there's just still bits and pieces here that just follows, and then other people around me share it as well. And so, for all this negative, like, where do you turn to for hope? Where do you turn to for peace? And, I'd love to hear in the comments, how many of you, where you find your peace? What do you find? I know for me especially, it's with music. Now, put it this way, I'm very picky when it comes to how I listen to music and my sound. I love good quality sound because for me, music is just where I find that peace. It's where I can escape the world for a moment and just try to focus inwardly in whatever. Like, I love having good headphones. I love having good car speakers, even though my current vehicle doesn't have the best car speakers. I know that's a big one for me. Also, just doing stuff I love and enjoy, being with my family and whatever, those are different ways I find peace myself. But I think since I am keeping this kind of centered around my beliefs, music's always a good one. And some of the scriptures that I have read, there's one verse that has always stood out to me. And it's in what's called the Doctrine and Covenants. The Doctrine and Covenants is basically more or less different things for our day that was given to us by early church leaders for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And this one particular verse is, "The song of a righteous is a prayer unto me." And I've always loved that. Now, I don't have the best singing voice. I really wish I could sing really well, because when I do find a song I really like, I love to just try to sing along with it. I love trying to match other people's vocals and whatever as best as I can. And whenever I sing or listen to music, especially if it's something more spiritual, like a hymn or something, like, I try to fully put myself into it because, like that scripture says, "A song of the righteous is a prayer unto me." Now, I am far from perfect. Like, I'm putting that out there right now. I'm human just like the rest of you. I make mistakes. I'm constantly forgetting stuff. Like, I honestly forgot what I was going to say. I forgot. So that gives you an idea how often I forget stuff. But that has always stuck out to me because when it comes to being a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or the Mormons, or LDS, you kind of go into it, either you're born into it or you're converted to it, more or less. And there's a lot of different things that goes along with being a member of the church. And some of it just kind of seems overwhelming at times. You feel like you got just this big long list of things you need to keep up with and do. And sometimes you feel more overwhelmed than anything. And I know I've felt like that. Like, I'm guilty of that. Again, I'm not perfect. But one thing just... And honestly, it's not just singing hymns like in church on Sundays. It's singing with people who, in more or less a choir setting, where the people that are there are wanting to be there. They're wanting to express themselves and share. And for me, myself, when I was serving my mission, the missionaries I served alongside with, especially just... I'll get his permission later to mention his name, but basically he was like a legend in my mission for just being just an amazing vocalist, an amazing singer. Like, our mission president, just every time he had the chance, he would always invite this particular missionary to be like, would you please sing for everyone? Even if he was just singing solo, like, I always loved hearing him sing, and I always loved singing next to him whenever the missionaries were doing the missionary choir. Because, again, it's not just, we're singing because it's Sunday. We're singing because we want to share that spirit. We want to share that more or less message from the songs that we're singing in that choir particularly. Because whenever I've been part of a choir, it's been for some particular reason, whether it be Christmas or Easter, this or that. And I've always loved that. Because for me, music is just peace. Now, again, I can't say that for everyone. Sometimes music's just a distraction. For some, it just fills the quiet, so you're just not driving for an hour or so, listening to the road. For some people, it's just noise. Like, some people just don't even like music. Like, that's fine. You do you, because I'm not going to judge. Like, I have my own things and whatever that people will probably be like, oh, that's weird. Like, I'm doing a YouTube series just to even share about myself right now. And so, honestly, that's just a big start. Like, no one's going to be perfect. No one's going to worship perfectly, no matter what you believe. There's no perfect way to say, hey, I'm perfect. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing. You should be doing this. Like, there's ideas, there's options, there's resources, no matter what religion you're a part of, to be able to help you grow closer to whatever entity you believe in. For me, being Christian and a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which I'm just going to say I'm just LDS, just to make that a lot simpler. Me being LDS, like, there's a lot of resources. There's obviously church, there's activities put on by the church, there's scriptures, there's talks by the modern day prophets and general authorities and other church leaders. There's just so much stuff available and constantly being readily available. There's stories and such. There's other videos like this of other people who just kind of want to share about themselves. And that's fantastic. Like, there's just so many different ways to be able to show your faith to yourself. Because for me, myself, like, when it comes to sharing your faith, it's not something that should be, displayed and be like, hey, look at me, I'm this amazing person, whatever. Faith should be more personal. You should be able to, whatever you do, whatever form, whether it be going to church, reading scriptures, praying, whatever form of worship that you offer for you, wherever you believe, and like I said, for me, it's being LDS. It should be something where you feel peace and where you feel like you can say to yourself, I've got this another day. For me, it would be my God, my Father in heaven. He knows what's in my heart. He knows what I'm trying to do. And I can find strength in that. I can find peace in that. I know not everyone even believes in a deity, but whatever you do to find peace for yourself, you just got to start with the little things. Just look inward for a moment and say, hey, what can I do to take a moment of my day to just center myself, to be able to say, hey, what am I doing? What do I need in my life right now? Because again, there's just so much around us trying to get our attention. And I'm going to probably say this a lot, honestly, because it's so true. Because even me sharing this video with you is technically me trying to get your attention, trying to help you get your attention away from this to find peace. And I'm just being very candid about this. None of this is scripted. I'm just talking to you right now. Because whoever you are watching this right now, there's got to be something in your life that is amiss. Or you may just feel unworthy of feeling loved. And I just want to share with you personally right now, whoever you are, just don't give up. There is peace out there. It's going to be hard to find, and it's going to be a fight. And I speak from personal experience. Depression, anxiety, stress, just everything. It's hard and it's very cumbersome. But please just don't give up. Just please take it another day. Take it just one step further to find whatever peace you can. At some point, I would very much like to share this one song, like I said, that this missionary wrote on one of these videos. And share links to other songs as well that are more or less open resource, open public, so as to avoid any copyright or stepping on people's toes. Because, again, music is very powerful. I know one thing in particular, one group is from BYU, Brigham Young University. There's this group called Vocal Point. Like, and again, it's not for everyone. But even if you don't take anything else from it, just listen to some of their songs just for a little bit and just clear your head at everything. Just close your eyes and listen. Especially one, the Be Still My Soul. The words for that is like, be still my soul. Oh, give me a moment. Here, give me a moment really quick. Let me pause this so I can look this up because I really want to share this with you before I go any further. So, 1 second. Okay, I got it. So, bear with me. I'm going to be looking at my screen to the left. Because as often as I've sung this song, unless I'm actually listening to it as I'm singing, again, it's kind of a muscle memory thing. Like, you hear a phrase or whatever, and then your mind immediately is like, oh, hey, I know this. I can sing this whole song just fine. Right now, without having the lyrics, because again, copyrights and whatever, it's just not coming to me. So, be still my soul. The Lord is on thy side. With patience bear thy cross of grief or pain. Leave to thy God to order and provide. In every change, he faithful will remain. Be still my soul, thy best, thy heavenly friend, through thorny ways leads to a joyful end. Like, just even those lyrics, without even singing it, just hearing those words, just that sheer, basically self, more or less commandment saying, be still my soul. Like, just take a moment. Let your soul be still. Let yourself be at peace for just a moment in this chaotic world. Now, I'm probably going to butcher this. Forgive me. I'm going to try to just sing it so you can kind of get the idea of why I love this one in particular. But again, I'm not from Vocal Point or whatever. I'm not even a good singer. Again, definitely check out Vocal Point's Be Still My Soul because it's just really powerful. So, bear with me. I'm sorry if my singing's horrible. If it's that awful, I promise I won't do it in the future unless I have help. Be still, be still my soul, the Lord is on thy side. With patience bear thy cross of grief or pain. Leap to thy God to order and provide. In every change, he faithful will remain. Be still my soul, thy best, thy heavenly friend. Through thorny ways leads to a joyful end. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also got a really dry throat right now, so... Again, I love to sing, but I'm just... being very open and honest, I have a lot of self-conscious issues, just self-doubts, just self-image issues. Thank you. I don't even know why I'm saying thank you to the camera, but trying to sing, unless I'm just alone in my car, like, has always just been something that's really made me nervous. And me just trying to do this right now and share this song, like, it's making my voice sound a little bit worse than it usually already is. So let's try to do the other 2 verses before we finish up. And if you've hit this point and you're like, no more, please, just go ahead and end the video and I'll see you next time. Be still, my soul, thy God doth undertake to guide the future as he has the past. Thy hope, thy confidence, let nothing shake. All now mysterious shall be bright at last. Be still, my soul, the waves and winds still know his voice who ruled them while he dwelt below. Be ooh, wow. Be still, my soul, the hour is hastening on, when we shall be forever with the Lord. When disappointment, grief, and fear are gone, sorrow forgot, love's purest joys restored. Be still, my soul, when change and tears are past. All safe and blessed we shall meet at last. I am sorry. For one, me sitting down while trying to sing is just obviously not the best. For anyone that knows music theory, just your lungs are not able to flow fully, for one. Also, too, like I said, my throat's kind of congested, so. And plus, like I said, I'm really self-conscious right now just trying to even sing, but you get the idea, though, why I like this song and why I like music. You know, no matter if it's just something like this where it's like a hymn or whatever, or if it's just something modern, you know. There's a lot of great groups out there that are modern who just, when you're listening to their music, you just kind of feel, you can lose yourself in it, more or less. Again, I don't want to do any copyrights or whatever, but like, there's just so many talented people out there who produce so much great stuff. Even if it's not the lyrics that gives you peace, even if it's just the melody and whatever. Even if it's not music at all, even if it's, for some people it's just sewing, some people it's driving, some people it's just going for a run. Like, I used to love running before I just hit my big depressive wall and I just stopped being active as much as I used to be. Just, that's kind of the biggest thing for today, is just find some peace. I want to leave you with one last scripture. And this is kind of a big one for anyone who recognizes this. It's James 1:5 from the Bible. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not. That's also a really good scripture because it just flat out says, for anyone who does believe in an entity, who is Christian, even if you're not Christian or religious anyway or believe in anything, just taking that moment to ask and just reflect and say, hey, what is my purpose? Who am I? What do I need to do to find peace? And like I said, for those of you who are religious or do believe in entity, just taking that moment and listening to those words If you lack wisdom, if you have a question, if you are lost, let him ask of God. Let me ask myself if I need to be, if you're not religious. Let me pray, just let me do something. And, or even just ask someone you look up to or trust. It doesn't even have to be that. Just whoever you ask and can trust, whether it be God or a professor or a parent, a sibling. Just find someone that won't judge you, who will give you that answer and guidance you need, who will give it to you liberally and upbraid if not, who won't judge you. Because there's already enough judgment in this world. Like, I'm already judging myself for trying to sing. But just take that into mind. Just take a moment for yourself and realize you are worth it. Whoever you are, you do deserve peace in this life. I know I'm trying to find my peace right now. But that's kind of it for now. Until I see you next time, you all have a great day and enjoy.